I just want to ask him
Anisa
if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Truth be told, I didn't want to make this video because I don't like being mean, but enough is enough. Based off the thumbnail, I'm sure everyone knows that this is idubbbz's husband. I mean, wife. Yes, I am talking about the amazing, wonderful, talented, and probably the greatest boxing promoter of all time. I'm talking about Anisa Jomha. Jomha. And if you guys remember, a few months ago, she was crashing out on Twitter, going insane, a little cuckoo if you ask me, lashing out at commentary channels, who she was talking about directly. I have no idea, take your pick. And then she tried to play it off as it was a joke and she was just trolling. It was quite embarrassing. And did I talk about this? Yeah. Of course I did. I think it's time to call out her BS and just how toxic and insane she is. I'm pretty sure she's the reason why idubbbz discovered empathy at the age of 32 years old. That is something that I will never get tired of making fun of. Here's what I'm talking about, right? So let me take you back a week ago. Hassan and Ethan were debating. She was live tweeting and she tweeted, "What the hell is going on?" And then drugs? Question mark. Of course, implying that Ethan was taking drugs because he was not going insane. He was just very passionate and prepared to debate Hassan, right? Or because he was sniffing a lot, or because he moves his hands a lot. Now, in case you guys don't know, no, Ethan does not have a coke addiction or a drug addiction. He actually has Tourette's, and that's the reason why sometimes he's sniffing a lot. And for someone who's supposed to have empathy for others, this is low-key kind of ableist. I wouldn't even do this, right? I wouldn't look at someone with Tourette's and be like, is this person on drugs? Where's the empathy here? And Lacey Shell said, yo, where the F is the empathy? And made this amazing drawing. Holy shit. This is empathy right here, alluding to someone being on drugs because they have Tourette's. This is being kind. As many of you guys know, Anisa has an OF. And am I going to make fun of her for that? No, of course not. Do you think I'm some psychopath? No. Anisa has been extremely outspoken when it comes to politics. She's pro-Palestine, talks about it non-stop, hates Israel. You might be thinking to yourself, yo, Sense, yeah, we get it. What's your point? Someone on Reddit posted this. OnlyFans owner pledged $11 million to Israel. OnlyFans owner denies plenty millions to the pro-Israel lobby. And here's the thing with these people, right? They only pick and choose what to be mad at. I think this is something important to bring up. How are you going to claim to be a Palestine ally and Palestine #1 and all of this other stuff, right? Virtual signaling and all of this other stuff, yet you still upload content that is funding Israel, something that you're completely against. So if you use Hassan and his orbiters' thought process, Anisa indirectly killed people.
Based?
I mean, that's how these people think. I'm just applying their own logic to them. These people love to moral grandstand and be so above it. This should show you and everyone else that's watching that all of these fucking YouTubers who are virtual signaling are nothing but frauds. They're fake, and I'm not here to claim like, oh yeah, I'm the real shit, right? And I'm not here to moral grandstand either, okay? I want to make that very clear. I'm just pointing out how all of these people, how insane and hypocritical all of these virtual signaling ass YouTubers are. Worst of all, just shitty content creators. I think that's the biggest crime out of everything. Like, you have Hassan, who's, well, Hassan, you got idubbbz, who legitimately looks like he got his balls cut off. There's no emotion. I guarantee you my grandma, who's been dead for over 20 years, has more emotion in her than idubbbz in 2025. idubbbz in 2025 is literally a walking corpse. Do these people believe in anything? This is nothing but a trend to them. I also found this clip. It says, poorly aged clip post creator clash 1. So quickly she changed her mind about what the event stands for after saying something completely different just months prior to the H3 podcast. And once I show you the context to this clip, it's bad.
I'm the one I think has gotten, I'm more extreme than Ian, where I'm like pretty anti-capitalist. I hate landlords. I hate the system that we're in. Like, I think the reason why I really like the charity boxing event is because at least we can like find ways to give money to people who actually need it rather than like just being, I think what really made me mad about boxing events in the past is that it's rich assholes betting their money to make money to like have people that are struggling to like make ends meet and pay rent watch them do it, and then they'll go home and like have a lot of money and like whatever, it keeps
And
going.
the fighters are exploited too, like
Yes,
usually.
Usually, yeah. But this is like, it feels way better where it's like, these are people who are getting punched in the face for your entertainment, and your money is actually going towards people that like need it.
That intro sounds so much like Jaden Smith talking about the political and economic state of the world, guys. I hate all of these things because it's a trendy thing to do. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do to make sure Hassan likes us, right? And idubbbz is just sitting there like the cuck he is. Can you show some fucking emotion? Are you alive? I've been having this theory over the last few months, and I think idubbbz passed away in 2020, and someone just took over his body. This is an idubbbz clone, okay? And that is the reason why this one is barely learning empathy, right? This whole clip screams, I'm 14 and this is deep. This whole fucking clip screams, we live in a society. And do you guys remember how I was talking about the context of this clip, right? This is on me for being dumb, but I thought Creator Clash was for charity. I thought the money, or a big portion of it, went to help people out. But what if I told you that's not really the case anymore, and it's low-key just a big party for irrelevant content creators?
But one of the only defenses is to bring up the charity aspect. Oh, you want a charity event to fail? Yeah, I mean this one kinda, yeah. I mean this whole thing was never about charity in the first place. Creator Clash has always been an ego boost for Ian and Anisa first and foremost. It was a way to get a bunch of YouTubers and streamers they like all in one place, so they can morally grandstand about how great they are before spending shitloads of money on lavish parties. If this was for charity, they wouldn't be offering free trips to their friends to come to the event. And yes, this is something that happens. Froggy Fresh mentioned it in a YouTube comment. I was also pissed when I found out I couldn't buy, out of my own pocket, a room for someone close to me for my walkout, because people like Hassan, Denims, Frogan, and all these other people who didn't promote the event had nothing to do with it, and were just taking up oxygen. We're given rooms at the hotel and were able to go to everything, but our own friends and family had strict limits. I don't care about going to a party, it just seemed disrespectful that the normal people were denied a room at the inn, so to speak, so Hassan can enjoy the open bar and free catering without having too many gross normies around him. And if you're somehow not convinced, here's what Ian and Anisa had to say about Creator Clash right before the first event.
Is there like a payday in the future you guys are working towards?
No, not really. I think we always want to have, if we keep doing this type of event, and we kind of want it to be like a Super Bowl, like every year.
Do you want to do it again?
One, yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
If it works out, then we can do that, and there could always be a charity aspect to it. You know, but I think the main goal is just to get the people paid who are involved in making it happen, rather than like making exorbitant amounts of money.
So your goal is to build an institution of sorts, this Creator Clash, where you can have
it's
people.
fun.
There's a champion every year.
It's a party.
Interesting.
It's like
super
a
stoked to
way more exciting VidCon, or like I want
Interesting.
it to be like influencers can like care about this and fans can care about this, and like you can go
Interesting.
watch it and have
Yeah.
like a build up, like maybe parties before and like stuff like
Yeah, because
that.
we've gone to like the last Jake Paul event, and it was crazy the amount of influencers that were there, excited to see it. They weren't all my cup of tea,
Sure.
but it was exciting. Everyone wanted to be there. It was fun, and I think if we can harness some of that, but have it be even more exciting, because all of our fighters are mystery fights. You don't know how it's going to go, and then you have this, charity element. It's just like a win all around.
So in the future, maybe there'll be more profits potentially for you guys.
Potentially, but we're not
Yeah.
looking at that
Yeah.
really.
The charity aspect has always been an afterthought. The main goal has always been to make a VidCon-like event where they get a bunch of their friends together.
Now, don't get me wrong, this sounds fun. Like influencer parties, it truly breaks my heart and it makes me want to cry and kill myself knowing that I will never be invited to Creator Clash, right? To the VIP parties, despite me and a lot of other commentary guys being a lot more relevant than, I'll say, 85% of the people who are invited to these fucking parties, because we are quote unquote controversial, right? We're not welcome there. And it makes me so sad. I just wanted to meet idubbbz. I just wanted to take a pic with him. Is that too much to ask? No, but let's spend money on a whole bunch of irrelevant fucks so they could come. It's just lame. But I truly did think it was more about charity than to party and drink, which, don't get me wrong, that's fun. Last year, if you guys follow my IG, I went to VidCon. Not VidCon, that convention itself, but to the VidCon party. Met a lot of great people, all sorts of individuals, right? Which, once again, everyone was lovely. Really excited to go back. Glad I didn't fall off so I could go again. And it's a vibe, right? It's fun. And the creator clash party sounds fun, but I do think they're using the shield of this is for charity, therefore you can't criticize it. I wish it would have been explained better. All right, I'm not here to say that idubbbz and his wife are scammers and they should be sued, but I could have swore it was more about charity and helping out than a huge party for rich influencers, and then you end up $250,000 in debt because of the party, and then you have no money to give to charity because you're a fucking idiot, right? That's what I'm getting. Very interesting information I'm learning here. I mean, if that's the case, idubbbz, if you could shoot me a DM on Instagram, I will gladly take a flight and would love to be there, please. But anyways, with that said, what do you guys think of the situation? Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to this channel, or else idubbbz will make a content cop on you. And we all know how scary that could be. I mean, a 40-year-old man calling you out? Now that's truly scary.